What's up, gang? Hey man, in this video I am going to tell you literally exactly how to live your dream life, right? I literally just got out of the field. I haven't been in the field in a while, so I want to basically tell you exactly everything that just went down tonight. But if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you support the channel, and then if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you tell somebody about this type of content, especially somebody who needs to hear it. And like always, watch it to the very end because there's a ton of gold nuggets. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. Man, I just came from the field, and it's been a little while, man. It's been a little while since I was out and about, since I was in the field. You know what I mean? Rotation solid. Got a lot of bad bitches in rotation. Bitches do what I say. You know, good sex, good pussy. And you know, I just been focusing on work, doing the shit that I like doing my hobbies. You know, starting a different business as well. So all that shit take time. And like I said, this has been a while since I've been in the field. So today I decided to go back to the field. Went out with some homeboys. They asked me to come out. I don't know if you guys were watching one of my older content. I don't know how long you guys been around, but on one of my videos I was telling you how I had that 6'3" friend, a friend of a friend, who was a pussy fucking magnet. The motherfucker 6'3", ripped from working out, solid frame, and looks like a fucking model, low key. So he comes out with us today, and exactly what happened last time. We had bitches pulling up, stopping their car, rolling down the window. Oh my god, you're so attractive. We had chicks stopping like in the middle of the street just to say what's up to this dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like for real, like on some real shit. And I was asking him about that one chick, because one night we went out, he pulled the baddest bitch in the club. And he don't watch my content or nothing like that. He does watch Fresh and Fit though. He does watch Fresh and Fit, because we was talking today. We after we was out, it was just not enough hot bitches tonight. It was a lot of bitches out tonight, but it was a lot of mid bitches. So like, we talked to a couple of them, but like, it was nothing we was trying to pull or nothing like that. It was just like one of those mid nights. I mean, we ran into a bunch of bitches that we hooked up with in the past, but we had to cut off. You know what I mean? I ran into two bitches. He ran into two bitches he hooked up with in the past. My other homeboy ran into then I think we all ran into two bitches that we hooked up with in the past, but these are the bitches we cut off. Because you gotta understand, man, when you really getting pussy like this for real, like, we turn down probably more pussy than we actually take in a lot of cases. And a lot of people don't believe that. Like, a lot of people think that like we out here really being man whores and shit like that, but when we really sat down, we ate, you know, we ate dinner together, we just started talking, you feel me? So he was telling me how he knows Fresh, right? He likes Fresh and Fit. He doesn't like Fresh as a person, but he likes Myron. So he liked Myron. He thinks Myron is loyal to a fault. He doesn't think Fresh is a solid person. He met Fresh. He goes to the same gym Fresh goes to, and this dude can get any bitch that he want, low key. And it was crazy that he doesn't watch my channel, but it was crazy how when we sat down, we had the same exact ideologies and the same way that we deal with bitches, even though he looked way better than me. Like, if it was a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'm somewhere probably in the 6, 7 range. This motherfucker is in the 8, 9, 10 range, somewhere there, right? So motherfucker looked way better than me, but we had the same ideologies, and it was crazy how we getting the same out of a bitch. Like, he was telling me, like, that badass bitch that he pulled that one night, he said that he said damn, man, I fucked up with her. I was like, why? He was like, man, I was drunk when I pulled her. And I was like, what you mean you fucked up? He said, I was drunk. So I was telling her shit like, you know, I could see myself marrying you and shit. I'm just talking shit. I ain't really mean that. But he said, I had to cut that bitch off. I said, damn, why you cut her off? I said, you fucked her? He was like, nah, bro. He said she started inviting me to like her family get-togethers and shit, and trying to invite me to like Top Golf with like her nieces and nephews and shit. So I just ghosted the bitch. Like, he was just like, she bad and all, but she really was believing this motherfucking dating shit. He said, I wasn't trying to date that bitch, I was just trying to fuck that bitch. So he said when she went into that energy of dating, I just ghosted that bitch. And a lot of you guys, y'all really don't know that, like, guys that's really out here not giving a fuck about these bitches. These bitches can't get enough of us. Like, it's really crazy. This dude does, like, he don't give a fuck. He get hella options 24/7. Like, he was at the bar, he hit on one of the bartenders. She went just like that. She couldn't wait to give her Instagram to this guy, you know what I mean? And then one of the bitches he was already fucking, she pulled up while the bartender was talking to her, and then she was just like, he was like, she just walked up to him in the middle of the conversation like, oh, good seeing you. And it was a big booty blonde chick. And then the bartender that he was talking to, the person that worked there, was even more fucking trying to like overshadow the other bitch. You feel me? Trying to, like, she was getting more friendly, talking more, touching him more, trying to move the other bitch out of the way. You know, like saying stuff like, oh, I can't wait to see you. We're gonna see, bro. You're gonna see me, right? All kind of shit like that. And when he walked off, he was like, damn, that's crazy that like one of the bitches I was fucking just walked up while I'm trying to get another bitch. And he was like, usually for dudes that fuck it up. Like, if you trying to talk to a bitch and the bitch that you fucking just walk over, the bitch that you talking to walk away. But what ended up happening is it forced this bitch to step her game up. The bitch that he talking to, she see another bitch come up, she basically trying to block that bitch out and be like, nah, nigga, this my man type shit. So you see this shit when you in the field, for real. And yes, the more attractive the guy is, it is easier. But when we was sitting down and we was eating dinner, because I ran into one of the bitches I ran into two bitches I used to fuck with. So I ran into the ex-porn star who was trying to get me to marry her. I ran into her that night, and I looked her up and down. She looked at me. She looked sad. I just gave her the head nod. You feel me? And she looked at me, and she kept walking. And then I was telling my boys, I remember that ex-porn star I was telling you about? I said, that's her. You know what I mean? That she just walked past. Whatever the case is, like, you know what I mean? And, you know, she looked sad as fuck because basically, like, I ghosted her. Like, before I found out that she was a porn star, like, I basically just ghosted her ass because she wasn't acting right. Like, she was getting real fucking crazy, like trying to get me to date her, trying to move in with me, trying to do all this crazy shit. So I ghosted that bitch. And then another chick that I ran into, I didn't fuck this bitch, but remember that story that I was telling you about where I pulled up, I went solo, I pulled up, I ran into a chick, little Brazilian and white. She was Brazilian and white, but her skin was white. She was a bad bitch, but she brought me to her friend group, and then somebody in the friend group was hotter than her, and then that girl was all over me. Well, but I didn't take her home. I didn't feel like taking her home that night. So I ran into her. I never had her number, nothing. I ran into that chick. That chick walks up to me and just like, you remember me? I was like, yeah, I remember you. Like, and she was like, why didn't you come to my house that night? Like, just basically like all over me type shit. And then I was just like, I was like, nah, man, I just needed rest that night. I just didn't feel like fucking that bitch. And then she was like, what you doing now? What you doing now? I said, oh, I'm just kicking it with my boys. And then she said, how late you gonna be out? I said, I don't know. She said, well, we gonna stay out until all this ends. So, and I was like, well, what happened to your friend? And then she's just like, that stupid bitch blocked me. Like, she was like, that dumb bitch blocked me, whatever the case is. But she was like, I get what I want and shit like that. So she talking to me like this, right? So I was like, all right, just give me your number. And then she's like, no, you don't need my number. She's like, we gonna hang out the whole night. And I'm like, no, I'm kicking it with my boys. And she just was like, no, we gonna hang out the whole night. I'm like, no, man, I'm not. I said, just give me your number. She's like, I'm not giving you my number. I said, all right, peace. I gave her the peace sign. I walked off. This motherfucker found me later. I'm kicking it with my boy. I'm kicking with the 6'3" guy. I'm kicking with my other boy. She found me later, cornered my ass again, grabbed me again. And she said, no, we going somewhere after this. You coming with us. You coming with us. She's like, I'm not gonna let you, basically in so many words, like, I'm not gonna let you get away with it this time. You coming with us. And I was just like, bro, I said, I'm kicking my boys. We might not stay out that long. Like, it's kind of dead. Like, just take my number and text me where you end up. And she's like, I'm not giving you my number. And I know why she not giving me her number, because she had a man, right? Because remember I told you that bitch, the other bitch snitched on her and said, she's dating somebody. She all over you, making out with you, grabbing your dick, doing all this shit. She's dating somebody. You feel me? And if you don't remember that story, I forgot which video it was. It's somewhere on my page. Just go find the story. But for the people that do remember the story, you know what I'm talking about. So then she followed me the whole night. So me and the 6'3" guy, we chopping it up. And she blown, like she finally ended up taking, she didn't take my number, but she took my Instagram. And she calling me through Instagram nonstop, like 20 fucking notifications. Cause she can't give me her number cause she got a man. And her man probably check her phone and shit. So she like, where you at? Come to this spot. Come to this spot. And I'm showing my boy. I'm like, bro, she blowing me the fuck up, bro. And all I'm doing is just ignoring her, bro. Like, I'm not like, I don't want to fuck her tonight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she a bad bitch. It's just that like her energy is strong. And I tend to like more submissive, naturally submissive women. And she very like, know what she want, like corner you type shit. Like she makes sex jokes. Like, I'm talking to this bitch and she just like, grow your beard back out. So when I'm sitting my pussy on your face, I can feel your beard rub against my pussy. Like, she say shit like that. I be like, come on, bro. Like, I'm the type of nigga, like, I like to dominate a bitch. Like, I like to be in control. I want to fuck a bitch. I want to fuck her. I don't need a bitch. I ain't even fuck you yet, and you telling me all this sexual shit, and you like, nigga, if I tell you that I'm not doing something, just fucking listen to me type shit. So my boy's like, damn, just go fuck her tonight. I'm like, I don't feel like it. He be like, yeah, man, I be on the same type shit. Like, and this the 6'3" nigga. He can get any bitch he want. Bitches falling over this guy. He said, I be on the same type of time, bro. Like, he was like, he said, you know how many bitches I've turned down? I say, yeah. I say, bro, if I say I'm nowhere near your appearance level, but I be on the same type of time, bro. Niggas think that, you know, like people like us, that we fuck every bitch that throw pussy at us. It is actually the opposite. We find ourselves, because our standards rise with the type of bitches that we fuck. So we fuck bad bitches that's submissive, that listen to us, that got good pussy. It's just a good sexual experience. They cool to kick it with, all this type of shit. So when we run across bitches that's like not on that level, we really gotta be going through a dry spout, which we rarely ever go through, because we got big ass rotations. So we really, it really gotta be like on some shit, like we going through something, like for us to really hit that bitch up. Like, she like a last minute hit up, even though she's a bad bitch, and people don't believe this. Like, he turned that big booty bad bitch down from that other night where he pulled the baddest bitch from the club. He turned her down because she was trying to get too serious too quickly with him. That was a turn off for him. He ghosted that bitch. She was trying to make him meet her nephews, all this shit. He ain't like that shit. This bitch, she too aggressive for me, and she got a man, and it's just, I fucking turned that bitch down. I could have been fucking this bitch tonight. She still was blowing my motherfucking IG up. Like, it's like calling me type shit. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? You still out? You still out? Like, motherfucker, I don't want to fuck you. Like, and then after that, so as we was, because we was eating dinner talking about it, but as we was walking to dinner, before we got to dinner, he ran into some other bitches that he didn't fuck the bitch because he said the bitch was annoying, but the bitch still obsessed with him. So imagine this shit. This guy who's like a fucking damn near 10 type model type guy, every bitch that we ran across, one of them, he's turning down more pussy than he's actually getting. Like, I want you guys to understand that shit in your head. Like, when you hear about motherfuckers talking about body count, this and this, blah, 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 motherfuckers with real options for real, they really turning bitches down. It was some bitches that he kicked it with, like him and the other dude pulled the set, and they was at the crib and all that shit. He just said the bitch was annoying, but the bitch ran across him, and she's just like, hey, remember me, and da-da-da. So I'm just listening in, because it's two of them, I'm the third wheel, and one of my boys already fucked the other one, because he more of like, he not on our wavelength yet. Like, he not on the wavelength of, he truly don't give a fuck about a bitch. He still care about the bitch. So even though the other guy that we was with, when they pulled to his house, he didn't get no pussy that night, but he kept pursuing her, got on a date, and he fucked her. But then when he got her on another date, she said she don't want to fuck him no more. So then he was just like I had to basically tell her, like, if you over here not trying to fuck after I already fucked you on the first date, and now the second date you saying that I gotta work for it, and you don't want to fuck me this day, and then you don't want to be in a relationship where you gotta fuck every time we meet. He was like, I really, you know, kind of don't want to see you no more, right? So, and I get why, with the other guy we was with, I get why that girl said stuff like that to him, because he cares a lot about, he can't help it. Like, when initially he comes off as he kind of doesn't care when he meets him, but like after he get a chick number and shit, he show a lot of care. Like he wine and dine him, he do all this shit to show a lot of care. And what happens, because he's an attractive guy too, what happens with him is their respect for him lowers, and he doesn't really get all out the chick. So he'll get a chick not wanting to give him head. He'll have all these stories. Me and old boy, we don't really have these motherfucking stories about chicks not wanting to give us head, chicks not wanting to get on board with us, chicks not this. But we have no problem like ghosting a bitch that's not on our program. We have no problem like turning bitches down. We have no problem like doing this shit. And a lot of people, they listen to this shit and they be like, why would you not fuck a bad bitch that's throwing herself at you, blowing you up, calling you, sending you Instagram texts, basically telling you just to stay out with me? And basically she was basically guaranteeing that like, if you kick it with me afterwards, you coming to my house and you gonna fuck the shit out of me. In so many words she's saying that. But you see that I'm making this video and I came back home, I didn't want to fuck that bitch. You feel me? Like maybe on a slow Tuesday or some shit like that, or maybe if I'm like on some shit like, man, let me see what this bitch on, I might hit her up on IG or some shit like that and be like, hey, what you doing, and try to fuck her like that. But tonight I wasn't feeling it. You feel me? And the same thing with him when he ran into these two chicks. Let me tell you how cold this nigga was, bro. The chick, my other boy, his chick, she bland because of their situation. He took her on a date, he fucked her, and then the second date she said she didn't want to fuck. But his chick, the one that he didn't even fuck because he didn't want to deal with the bitch, she all over the guy like, oh my god, you remember me, da-da-da. And he was just like, oh yeah, I remember you, da-da-da, playing it cool type shit, right? Because he really don't give a fuck. And then she just like, oh, what are you doing, where you going? He was like, oh, I'm getting tacos with my boys, we're going up to this Velvet Taco. She looks at her homegirl. She said, hey girl, let's go to Velvet Taco with them. He looks at her and he talks to her and he's just like, nah, that wasn't an invite for you. He's like, you're not invited. And then she was like, she was laughing at first, like she was like, real funny, yeah, we'll be there. And he's like, no, I'm eating with my boys. I'm eating dinner with my boys. Like, you not invited. And she was like, well, you know, am I gonna see you again? And he was like, yeah, I'll link up with you later. She was like, I know you're lying, you're not gonna see me again, and you don't even text me back. And she was like damn near having a mini breakdown. He was just like, bro, I'll see you again, just I don't want to eat with you, like I'm eating with my boys, like I ain't invite you type shit. So then she just like, okay, and she looks at her friend and she's like, let's go to, she said the name of a bar. And she was like, let's just go to this bar instead. You get what I'm trying to say? And then she looked defeated and shit. So I seen it firsthand. This nigga, he don't give a fuck about a bitch. And bitches be all on this nigga. It got so crazy that it was two other chicks that we ran into, where the other guy we was with, these bitches was like, they was handing out tickets and shit, but they had like the G-strings on, the big old booties and shit, right? So he ran into them and they were sisters, and he was like, I know this chick, so let me say what's up to her. So he said what's up to her, we talked for a little bit, then we slid. I'm like, how you know them? He was like, oh, I took her on a date, but for the second date, like nothing happened on the first date, but for the second date, she didn't want to see me again. She was flaking, she just being weird and shit. So then those same two girls, they seen the 6'3" guy. We walking away, the 6'3" guy says, bro, those girls just followed me on Instagram, both of them. And he was like, how the fuck did they get my Instagram? He's like, I didn't even say nothing to them when you was talking to them. He didn't even say nothing to them. All he said was his name, because both of the girls looked at him and they're like, what's your name? And he said his name. Both of those bitches followed him on Instagram because they went to the page. In my opinion, this is what bitches do when they like a guy for real. Because the girl that I met, that she said she knew my Instagram, but the bitch blocked her. She went to her friend's page, found my Instagram. She said she didn't want to follow me because she a petty bitch, but she told me that she did that. The one that I was curving tonight. So what these bitches did was they heard his name, went to my other friend's page, the one that he took him on the first date, but she didn't want to see him for the second date because, you know, he show a lot of care for bitches on dates. Like he do the most. I be trying to tell him turn that shit down a little bit, but he ain't there yet. He don't really understand like the power of not caring about a bitch. So he not there yet. So he gets these episodes with bitches. His bitch and her sister went to his page, typed the name of the guys, that because they heard his name, found him, both of them followed the guy, and all he did was say his fucking name to them. Like, you know what I mean? Then we walk in, girls stop, they say, "You are the most beautiful man I've ever seen." And the dude just like, "Yeah, bro, everywhere I go I get this shit." You feel me? And it's crazy that the way that these guys operate is they do not give a fuck about a bitch at all. You feel me? Like, none. You feel me? And he never watched my channel. He never, none of that shit. He just naturally act like that. And I think the reason he act like that because he has so many options. Because when me and him was sitting down, he's like, "You know what I fucking hate the most?" And I was like, "What?" He's like, "I hate bitches that throw themselves at me." He's like, all the bitches that like go out of their way to talk to me, like I automatically find them less attractive. Like they go out of their way, like, cause we see how these bitches flirt with him. Like they make it so easy for this guy. He hates those bitches. So he goes for, you know, cause he lives in the Miami area, he goes for like live model type bitches that be following him, text, like real top notch type bitches. But the thing about those bitches is they be trying to fucking control the nigga. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? The thing about those bitches, they be trying to control the motherfucking nigga. They be trying to tell the motherfucker shit like, you know what I mean? Like, how come you didn't tell me Happy Women's International Day? And shit like that. And he'll text that bitch. He be like, "How the fuck I'm supposed to know it's Happy Women's National Day?" And she's like, "You should get me something." He'll text her back, "No, you should get me something." And she's like, "Well, you're not being a gentle. You should be a gentleman and get me something." Cause these bitches, they so hot that they used to dealing with these simp. Cause you understand, niggas with money be simps too. So they used to dealing with these simp ass niggas with a lot of money. And he's just like, "The only way I'll get you something is if you show me how much you care about getting me something first," type shit. You know what I mean? And she's just like, "That's not how it works." Like, this the conversations he be having with these top tier Miami bitches. You feel me? Like, basically like, "Bitch, I ain't finna buy you no, I don't give a fuck what you used to. I don't give a fuck what type of rich ass niggas you dated. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Bitch, I'm not buying you gifts just to fucking get to know you. Like, I'm not fucking sending you shit. Like, I don't give a fuck what you used to." And then I started telling him about my philosophy. I say, this is my philosophy, because he don't watch my channel. I had to break it down. I gave him a breakdown. I said, my philosophy is, first off, most of these bitches don't qualify for main bitch title regardless. Like, they just don't. They just not good people for real. Most bitches qualify for rotation bitch. If you a rotation bitch, I'm moving to the beat of my fucking own drum. You can't tell me what to fuck to do at all. You feel me? And if you really want that, like, if you want a nigga to give you gifts, you want a nigga to fuck you how you want to be fucked, you want a nigga to eat your pussy, get that shit from another nigga, bitch. But it ain't gonna be from me. At my restaurant, bitch, I serve one dish, and that's me. Take it or leave it. We don't make any motherfucking exceptions. This is a one fucking item menu. Me, bitch. That's what you gonna get. And you gonna get the real me, motherfucker. So I told him that. He was cracking up over that shit. He naturally liked that. You feel me? And it was kind of crazy because I wasn't naturally like him. I'm not gonna lie. First of all, I'm not even that fucking attractive. I've never been a level of attraction. Everywhere I go, bitches is like trying to fuck me. Like making it obvious that they like, "Oh my God, you're so fucking hot." Like, girls was saying that to him. Like, these girls was like losing their mind. Like, they sounded just like the creepy guys that they don't like, that hit on them, be like, "You're so attractive." These girls were saying that to him. "Oh my God, you're so attractive." They were acting just like the creepy guys that they don't like. Which is crazy, because if a guy did that to them, they'd be like, "Oh my God, he's creepy." But then they do that to a guy that they find extremely attractive. You get what I'm trying to say? So that's the type shit that will really separate you. And you gotta understand, I'm nowhere near that attraction level. And we was talking about what we was getting out of our bitches. it was very similar. You feel me? Like, if a bitch ain't doing what the fuck we want, I'll ghost a bitch. But the shit is like, when we ghost these bitches, they still there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they still just waiting for their turn. Those bitches that he ghosted, that was trying to follow us to the fucking taco spot and all this shit like that, that bitch was still waiting her turn. Like, just give me another chance type shit. You feel me? The chick that I ghosted, she still probably hit me up. I gotta check my motherfucking phone. She probably still fucking hit me up asking me where I'm at. They sit around and they wait for their fucking turn, bro. They wait for their turn because they know that, like, this man moves to the beat of his own drum and it turns them the fuck on. It's like it is the biggest superpower that I've been teaching you guys on this channel. The less you care about a bitch, the more her pussy will drip. She can't help it. She can't help it. I just witnessed this firsthand. The other friend that we with, he's super attractive too. Like, he looked like a fucking movie star. But his care seep in too deep because he believe in, like, sometimes he believe that a girl, like, is a certain type of chick that she needs 7 dates, or she'll need 6 dates, or she'll need something like that. And I'd be like, nigga, that's not the case, bro. You don't have to do 3 dates with a bitch. You feel me? Most cases you can get away with doing shit on the first date, especially if it's smooth. You just gotta get her in your car. You feel me? You don't even gotta get her to your crib. You just gotta get her in your car and just say, let me show you something. What you gonna show me? Just follow me. You feel me? Especially if the date went well. And most of my dates go well because all I do is let the bitch talk. You get what I'm trying to say? So most of my dates go well. Hey, let me show you something. Get her in the car, start kissing on her, start rubbing on some titties, put her hand on your dick. At least that's what I fucking do. You ain't gotta do what I do, but that shit works so smooth. And you tell that bitch, shh, if she go to talking, and she know what the fuck to do with a dick in her hand 9 times out of 10. Every now and again you get a stupid dumb bitch, but 9 times out of 10 bitches know what to do when they got a dick in their hand. Like, this ain't their first fucking rodeo. They know what to do to the dick. You know, sometimes they act dumb. Oh my god, what do you want me to do? Kiss it. Some bitches act so stupid they really will go down and kiss it. I'd be like, man, come on, man, lick it. Then they'll go down and lick it. I'd be like, and then they'll give you head. So for real, I'm telling you from firsthand, I just left the field. Yes, there are levels to this shit. Yes, being attractive does help, but it doesn't stop you from results. Because we was going bitch for bitch. I was telling him the bitches I was fucking ex-porn star, shit like that. He was like, yeah, nigga, I just fucked a porn star the other day. Like, bitch for bitch. I shouldn't even be fucking the quality of bitches this guy's fucking. Like, I shouldn't even be getting that type of pussy. I'm just being real with you. I'm not trying to lie to you niggas and shit like that. I shouldn't even be fucking the same quality of bitches this 6'3" model looking motherfuckers fucking. But I am. Because bitches love they love your attitude more so than they even love looks. Yes, the initial attraction, his is off the roof. But when a bitch get to know me and realize, why this motherfucker move to the beat of his own drum? Why does he act like a hot guy? Like, imagine you as a guy, right? And you run across a girl. Let's say she's an average girl, but she's super fucking submissive, sweet. She smells good. She's this. She's gonna naturally get more points. That's how it is being a fucking guy who don't give a fuck about a girl. You feel me? A guy who give a fuck about a girl, he can be an average looking guy, but if he don't give a fuck about her, her points for him automatically raise. Cause in her head she like, why does this dude move to the beat of his own drum? Why does he act like a hot guy? Just like you, if you ran across a submissive bitch, like, you gotta put it in a guy's perspective. Let's say she's a mid bitch, but she's super fucking submissive. She's sweet. She fucking listens to you. Don't let that bitch say yes daddy. Like, you tell that bitch to, like, you be like, hey, come suck, hey, come kiss it. She be like, yes daddy. She do some shit like that. That bitch's points are gonna fucking, bro, she's gonna make you hard as fuck. She gonna make you horny as fuck. So put that shit on a bitch. But what make a bitch horny is a nigga that don't give a fuck about him. And I noticed this shit back when I was in 11th grade when I went cold. My second heartbreak, I really was like, fuck these bitches. And when I was on that type of time, like, I could care less about a bitch. Like, you should have seen the way I was treating bitches, bro. Like, I was like damn near cussing bitches out from time to time. Or if a bitch was playing with me, I'd be like, bitch, stop playing. Like, I was a mean little motherfucker, bro. But I was fucking a lot. I was fucking bitches in bathrooms. I was fucking bitches in portables. I was fucking a lot, bro. I was fucking a lot. I was like, I just had to get it how I lived. I had to just sneak bitches in to fuck them. I was fucking bitches in their car. I was sneaking over their house when their parents was fucking gone. I was fucking. Bitches had cars and shit. They was taking me places. They was taking me to the movies and shit. I had a bitch fucking take me to pick up some weed and pay for it because I had $0 when I was in high school. My mama never let me have money in my pocket. So I had a bitch, I said, hey man, I gotta pick up some weed. And she was a good girl. Like, she was like, you know, I don't really condone the smoking, but I guess I'll take you. And I was like, damn, but I ain't got no money though. And she was like, how much is it? I was like, $20. And she was just like, oh, I got that. So that's the type shit I was on. And I'm not that, like, I'm trying to tell you, like, I would give myself probably a point above average, 6, 7, maybe somewhere in there. I don't fucking know. Maybe 7 I'm stretching. And I'm not no 6'3" ass nigga. I'm not even 6, motherfucker. Like I'm like 5'10" type, 5'9", 5'10", somewhere in that motherfucking range. So I'm not no motherfucking super tall, handsome motherfucker type guy. You feel me? I'm really giving you from a slightly above average guy. And most guys, you can easily get to a 6 or 7 just if you just do something. Like, right, if you fucking clean, and most guys ain't fucking 4s and 3s and shit. But I'm trying to tell you that even if you was a 4 or 3 and you implemented this shit on my channel, you gonna raise some points. Because you gotta think of it from a man's perspective. Imagine if you ran it like me personally, I would fuck a less attractive girl. Because the girl that was chasing me around tonight, she's attractive, but she has very masculine traits. Like, she's very aggressive. She's very, I know what I want and I go get it. Like, that's a turnoff to me. Like, I don't like girls that are masculine. So that's a turnoff to me. But if a lesser attractive girl was very feminine, her points would rise. Like a super feminine, sweet, soft-spoken girl fucking takes my direction, listens to me, fucking does what she's supposed to do, clean, sweet, delicious fucking bitch. I would take her over a fucking dominant masculine. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you guys, I hate to do this shit, but I'm not like y'all typical red pillars who don't believe that you can't watch at least one thing of porn or no shit like that. So I'm gonna give you a video. It's a bitch that's not the hottest bitch. You feel me? Like, she not one of the hottest P-stars, right? But I would take her by the way she played in this one film. The film is, her name is Ella Knox. And the film is, you know, Pastor Charles. And it's a tough love film. And you can watch it if you want to, just to understand what I'm talking about, how a girl's points can rise from being feminine. It's a P thing. Now, if you against watching porn or anything like that, all right, don't watch it. I get it. Some of you niggas is on that type of time. You think it whatever the case is. Me, I'm not against watching shit. You know what I mean? My dick always works. Like, it doesn't fuck with me. But maybe for some of you guys, it fucks with y'all. But it's a scene where Ella Knox fucks a priest, and I think it's Pastor Carl or some shit like that. It's tough love. And the way she was acting in that film, that girl would be more attractive than even a hotter girl who acts masculine. Super sweet, allowing the guy to take the lead, allowing the guy to do allowing the guy to fuck her how he want to fuck her. That's how I be wanting to fuck a bitch. Like, not like him, he more aggressive than me, but just let me motherfucking run the show, bitch. I am the bigger, stronger guy. Let me run the show. So what I say that to say this: a girl who's submissive is gonna raise her points, just like a guy who don't give a fuck about a bitch is gonna raise his points. So if you really listening to my channel and you really implementing it, you're gonna find that you're gonna start fucking hotter and hotter girls. But not just fucking them. I'm talking about getting the most out of them. Because sometimes girls can be ran through by these guys that are super attractive, which happens because, you know, the guys I'm rolling with, you know, I see it firsthand. This guy that's 6'3", he fucking some bad bitches with fake tits, model bitches, da-da-da. He's not settling down with any of them. Matter of fact, he gets pissed off and just ghosts the ones that want to settle down with him. You know what I mean? He's even more cold than I am, because at least I'll keep the bitch in rotation. If he feel like a bitch trying to really settle down with him, he just ghosts their ass. Like, he don't even play that shit. You get what I'm trying to say? So these girls, they can fuck these guys, but they can't keep them. And these girls get very hurt by these guys, but as soon as they see these guys, they want to prove themselves. Like, am I worthy now? I'll do what you want. I'll do what you want. Like, just give me another chance. And he don't want to give him a motherfucking another chance. He don't got to. You feel me? The motherfucker got options. He doesn't have to. It's not about body count with this guy. He don't give a fuck. Same thing with me. I could have fucked tonight a bad bitch too. That's the crazy part. You would be thinking I'm talking about an ugly bitch the way I curve this bitch. I don't want to. Everything ain't about body count, bro. Like, really, I really get pussy though. So it's from bad bitches that I get to fuck however I want. So it's like, and I got a solid ass rotation. I don't need to say yes to every bitch that wants to throw pussy at me. I know what I'm doing when I'm talking to bitches. You feel me? I know how to get pussy. Like, I know what works. I didn't even jump on this YouTube channel type shit. I wouldn't even be telling you this shit if it didn't work. I'm not that guy, right? If I was to run a business, I'm gonna run my business like Dave Ramsey. I'm gonna run a clean business. I'm not Grant Cardone. I'm not the nigga that's gonna oversell you and tell you bullshit that don't really work for real just to get your money, whatever the case is. I'm more of a Dave Ramsey type guy for real. Like, that's who I model after. Dave Ramsey. Clean, solid business. Looking out for the everyday fucking man. Now, I know the shit I'm talking about, that nigga won't agree with. I get that. I understand that. I jump on the internet. I understand the truth, right? He probably be like, I would never, because he a married man, probably monogamous, whatever the case is. And I say probably because you never fucking know nowadays. Niggas you think be monogamous be paying for pussy, being at the strip club, fucking getting massages with happy endings. You never fucking know. But if I had to guess, he is most likely monogamous, right? But he's also very fucking rich. So, you know, fucking $80, whatever, $100 for a rubbing tug, he might not call that cheating. You get what I'm trying to say? Even that nigga for the New England Patriots was getting them rubbing tugs. So you never fucking know, bro. So I'm never gonna put monogamy on a motherfucker just because I think they monogamous. Because I lived in Miami. I done ran into a lot of old white men that look like they do no harm, and they be trying to fuck my rotation bitches. So I don't put nothing past nobody. But what I'm trying to really get across is, I wouldn't even be teaching you this shit, guys, if it didn't work. I wouldn't even waste my fucking time. If I didn't know something worked for sure, and it worked at a high percentage, I wouldn't even make videos about it. I would have kept tweaking it until I figured out what the fuck was really going on. You know what I mean? Because I remember that the stats that I had when I was in high school and college, and I really just did not give a fuck about bitches. And I am not the fucking hottest guy. Like, I'm just letting you guys know this shit. I am not the fucking hottest guy. I just act like a hot guy. Now, the reason I act like a hot guy is because I was hurt. Right? You know, when bitches say, who hurt you? Yes, somebody hurt me. That's who turned me into a monster. But guess what? After I was hurt and I learned from my heartache, a bitch couldn't tell me shit. I'm just myself. When I'm in a conversation with a bitch, I am myself. Right? Like, yes, 80-20. But when I'm talking, bitch, I am myself. I'm not like that bitch that I was talking to today. Like, I'm just being real. Like, no, like, I'm not going. Like, I'm kicking with my boys. I might go home. She's trying to force. Any other nigga probably would have folded. Okay, I'll go with you. Okay, yeah. I'll follow you around. Then afterwards, we'll go to your house. No, bitch, I don't need the pussy that bad for real. She was making this is how you know your game tight, whatever. I don't really call it game, but whatever. Let's just call it game for game's sake. When she was talking to me, the bitch that was following me around today, she started saying, I got a low body count. I only fucked 10 guys. And you probably fucked hundreds of girls. Like, when bitches start assuming shit, that you get around, she's like, you're probably a man whore. You probably fuck a lot. I've never said this shit. I never said nothing about my body count. I never said nothing. When bitches start assuming that you get a lot of pussy, a lot of guys will take that as like a bad sign, like a sign of disrespect. That's actually a sign of respect. There's a reason why she called me 20 fucking times after she said I look like I fuck a lot of bitches. Why would she say you look and act like you fuck a lot and still call me fucking 20 fucking times in a row? Because they can't get enough of the guy, of the, I guess the people on the internet, they call us bad guys. They can't get enough of it. I don't call it bad. I don't think I'm a bad guy. I just honestly think that, motherfucker, I just don't care as much about the chick. I just don't. It's since fucking 11th grade. I just really don't care. There's times where I turn up the care trying to listen to another dating coach, listen to RSD, and my results always was worse. Every time. Every dating coach, every pickup artist I've ever paid for their course or listened to them or did anything for them, it was always worse than when I went back to my natural state, which I don't even feel like is game. I just feel like I introduce myself, I talk my shit. Some bitches gonna be down for it, some bitches ain't. The ones that are down, I know how to lead things forward. Like, I am really good at, hey, let me show you something. Hey, come here. Oh, I'm finna go over here. Come through. I'm really good at leading shit forward. You feel me? And once I get a bitch alone, I know how to fucking get my dick sucked and fuck. So, like, I'm not afraid of no position. I'm never afraid when I'm in a set with a chick. Never. I'm never nervous. I never have anything pre-thought of. I just let the fucking conversation go where the fuck it go. I don't think I'm not no mystery method. I don't think of no stories. I don't have shit memorized. All I know is when I see a hot girl, I introduce myself. I let the fucking conversation go where the fuck it go. When there are lulls in the conversation, I try to move things forward. And if I can get this bitch alone, she's mine. That's how my mind works. You know what I mean? I'm never nervous at any aspect when I'm with a chick. Never. I'm not nervous when I'm texting her to set up dates. I'm never nervous when to see her in her presence. I'm never scared of a bitch. And when I look at bitches, I kind of look at them as like my subordinates. Like, even when I'm talking to a bitch I don't meet, I'm just not meeting, no matter how hot she is, I'm almost looking at her like a little sister. Like, I'm almost looking at her like she's beneath me. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard for me to get nervous if I see myself as superior to her, because I am. So I don't put myself in the frame where she's superior to me, where her approval is everything. I literally go into sets talking shit low-key. Like, it was one girl that I wasn't even into, but she was talking stupid shit, and I'm just talking shit back with her. Like, she was just like, oh, I went to a Catholic school. She wasn't into me. She didn't like me and shit. But my boys were talking to their girls, but you know what I mean? She looked like she had a big old ass from the front. She had big hips. But then when she walked away, she had a flat ass. I was like, damn, good. I'm glad she wasn't into me, because, nigga, I would have turned that bitch down once I seen that flat ass in the back. She had an old lady booty in the back, but her hips looked real big in the front, so she looked like she had ass from the front. It was weird. Some weird shit. But she talking about she went to a Catholic school and shit like that. I'm like, damn, we went to all girls school. I'm like, shit, what was it like seeing your first boy? She was like, no, I seen my first boy. I'm like, oh shit, where you from? She said, Philly. I said, oh yeah, y'all got like water ice and shit. She was like, they say water, I say water, because I don't talk like them. I'm like, what you mean like them? Like, I'm just talking to this bitch. Like, you feel me? I don't give a fuck about this bitch. And she just short and shit, and motherfucker, my boy's chopping her friends up. So I'm like, whatever, bro, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And like, that's how my conversation go. Now for her, it ain't gonna work, because the bitch ain't feeling me. I don't give a fuck. You feel me? But for another bitch, you can't do no fucking wrong. You know, you feel me? Everything you say is like the funniest fucking thing. The bitch is dying laughing. Everything you fucking say. Can't stop touching you. Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to give you a number. Can't wait. Everything you fucking say, she fucking do. You be like, hey, let me show you something. She be like, oh yeah, sure. Yeah, let's go. Where we going? Like, fucking, it's crazy, bro. If you do what I tell you consistently, your results will skyrocket. I'm getting emails from guys that like, bro, I just found you. Obviously, you just found my channel. My channel new. I just started it in fucking January. So, like, I just found your channel, bro. Man, I got a sick-ass rotation just from listening to you. Yeah, bro. I came to the internet because the shit works, bro. I didn't come to the internet just to fucking make believe some shit and try to grift and try to make money off of a fucking topic that's fucking flourishing. Matter of fact, the red pill space in the topic is not even really popping right now. But I just came to tell the fucking truth and give niggas results for real, because I know guys are tired of the bullshit. The way you get results is not giving a fuck about a bitch. The end. And with that being said, I'm out. Peace.